Welcome to 12th grade. I know, y'all just got out of your exams, but hear me out. Imagine what do the top 1% students do just to be in that top 1%? They plan out their strategy and execute it to perfection. Each and every bit of their learning experience is accounted for and perfectly taken care of. Why am I telling you all of this? It's because I want to see all of you in the top 1%. Rather, I believe everyone has the capability to be in that top 1%. You just need the right toolkit for that, and that is what I'm about to provide to you right here, right now. I am Mihir, a mentor who has been mentoring countless students for the past 4 years and more when it comes to teaching chemistry and biology. With my mentorship, I have had students achieve tremendous success starting from ground zero itself. Smash that subscribe button and let's get going. Alright, let me just open up a screen for you people. We'll break this academic year into 3 phases. So I'll go over certain timelines by which you have to get certain things achieved so that you're able to get your entire 12th grade syllabus and 11th grade syllabus for your competitive exams done, dusted, ready to go. Let's start with March. We are spending our time in March in planning and planning only. This is why you need to watch this video till the very end. By March end, we go into the learn phase. Your learn phase is where you start understanding and appreciating concepts better. So your goal in this learn phase is to learn your 11th and 12th grade concepts. Let us break down how you actually learn effectively. Your brain likes to learn things by connecting it into with all previous knowledge that you may have. See, there's this diagram that I'm drawing over here will suddenly start making a lot more sense. You start learning new things by relating it back to all previous knowledge that you already have. Take a particular reaction. I have a CH4 in presence of sunlight. I chlorinate it. Now let us understand this concept. What is the role of this particular catalyst that I have over here, H nu? What's the point of that? What happens if I don't use it? What if I use something else? Say if I use FeCl3, what happens? How does that change the reaction? How does this exactly proceed? These whys and hows become important for any concept. Right now I've taken an example specifically from chemistry, but this is true regardless. Take a good chunk of your time to understand these concepts in this much depth. Why? Because this depth will be useful for your competitive exams and for your future concept building once you get into college, because that is when you people struggle the most. So for all of your exams and future understanding the concept in depth is useful. Now we looked at learning a particular concept. For how long are you supposed to keep up this learn phase? Frankly, the entire time, this entire academic year you do that. But if you're going to do that, when do you start applying and testing your solve phase? When does that happen? When does your apply phase happen? This is where you are going to see how we interlink your apply and solve phase throughout your entire year. So the apply phase. What are we going to do for your apply phase? Your apply phase will be you teaching a class. As simple as that. No other option. It is the scariest thing that I'll ask you to do, but this is going to be absolutely important when it comes to your understanding of concepts. Do this with your classmates, some juniors, or with no one as well. That really doesn't matter. The point is to try and explain these concepts in such a way that anyone and everyone can understand it, so that there are no doubts that may arise further. Moreover, you will be able to answer any doubt that actually arise. That is when you know you've understood the concept in its full capacity. So when do we schedule the apply phase? Think of a learn phase as your as you're learning a particular concept. Your apply phase is your first round of revision. First round of revision. So that is when you're actually revising for the first time. That is when you know you're solidifying your concept base. Now, for a particular timeline, I always suggest to get your 11th syllabus done and dusted, meaning at least your first round of revision should be done by June end. So that is much rather you cover up your syllabus in mainly your first round of revision for 11 syllabus, because you have already been learning these concepts in one whole year. In one whole year you've been doing this. So your first round of revision ideally should not take much more time. So for the first half year, March, April, May, June, focus on completing an 11th grade syllabus. And the first round specifically, because you're going to intermix it anyway when it comes to the later half of the year, because you're not going to lose touch out of it. But make sure that your understanding of the chapters of your 11th grade is done by June end. Make sure you do it using a learn phase as well as your apply phase with your first round of revision. Now for your next timeline. September. What am I expecting by then? Your 11th syllabus, we need to get a second round of revision done. And your 12th syllabus, we get the first round of revision done. Now this 12th syllabus, I'm not really expecting you to be getting the entire thing done, but at least 75 to 80% of the syllabus should be covered by this time. Because in your institutions, in your colleges, you'll start having your semester 1 exams by then. And that usually covers up a big chunk of your 12th grade syllabus, because you will not have the time further to get your syllabus done. That's why I suggest that your first round of revision should be done by September end for your 12th grade, and 11th grade, your second round of revision should be done. Now, what can you do for a second round of revision? You can do two things. Either you can teach a class, or solve chapter-wise questions. Both of them are to be done so that you're able to get a grasp of the concept, so that you're able to make sure that you're understanding the concept well. I would much rather stick to doing a combination of both for your second round of revision. So that was one particular timeline again. June end, we get your first round of revision done by, again, June end. Let me get my pen out. June end. September end, we get your second round of 11 syllabus done and first round of 12 syllabus done. Finally, November end. This is the most important timeline. I'm double starring it. It's extremely important. For your 11th syllabus, we get a third round of revision done. And for your 12th syllabus, for your first part of the syllabus that you were done with, part 1, you're getting a second round of revision done. And for your other part which was untouched at the start, let me write it properly, part 2, you get your first round of revision done. Again, part 1 here refers to this particular section, and part 2 is whatever was remaining. the remaining 20 to 25% is to be done with your first round of revision. Same logic. Your third round of revision for your 11 syllabus though, you can focus more on PYQs. And here, what's again most important is analysis of PYQs. I'll show it to you a little neatly. Yes. PYQs as well as the analysis of the questions as well as your answers. That becomes important. At later stages, when you'll be reaching this November end stage, I'll be going into much more detail about how you do the analysis. But for now, make sure to keep this in mind. That was your November end. And after that, for all of your syllabus, from December to March/April, depending upon what exams you give, you spend your time in revision and revision only. And this is where your test/solve phase comes into the picture. This is where we finally link the LAS or LAT system that we talk about. When you're solving questions, of course, PYQs are compulsory. You have to get PYQs done. You have to get analysis of those questions done as well. What you also have to get done are timed papers. You're supposed to time yourself, figure out strategies to solve. You're supposed to figure out how much time you need to spend in what particular question, what particular concepts. That is what you do, that is what you build during this solve phase. So in summary, June end, we get your first round of revision done for your 11th grade syllabus. September end, we make sure your second round of revision of 11th grade as well as first round of revision for at least a good chunk of your 12th grade syllabus is done. November end, we make sure that your third round of 11th syllabus, second round of your first half of 12th syllabus, first round of your second half of syllabus. Understand the words that I'm trying to use. It might get confusing, but keep a track of what I'm trying to say. Third round of 11th, second round of part 1, first round of part 2 has to be done by November end. So these three timelines need to be kept in mind. This is what will make sure that you get your ideal results. Now again, what ensures that you get your results? Your efforts, your dedication, and the amount of hours you're willing to put in to get your results that you want. Don't waste your time. Use your time wisely. Don't do donkey work. Do hard work, but do smart work. That is my advice for all of you who are in 12th grade now and are going to appear for any exams in 2025. All the best for your preparation. Thank you and happy learning.